don't give them power to control you. Because you don't realize, but by you reacting off of people's actions, by you reacting off people's reactions, you are giving people the ultimate power to have control over you. And that's exactly where it starts. Is that once you let people manipulate the way you feel, or how you say things, how you act, whatever you do, if you let people manipulate you in that way, if you let people manipulate the way that you react based off how they act or what they say or how they feel, then you're giving people the power to control you. That's something that you're just handing over. And what you're doing is a disservice to yourself, because you never want to do that. You don't want to give people the power to control you. You want to be somebody strong enough to have control over themselves. Be someone strong enough to control yourself based off your own actions, your own reactions, and your own influences. Because if you give people the power to control you, it's like you're a puppet. And now anyone can pull your strings, no matter who it is. You let anyone pull your strings. When you let people pull your strings, now you have no control. And now everything outside now has total control over you. Understand that once you have control over everything that you do, once you actually are the one that's dictating your actions, then you take your power back. Now, this is obviously easier said than done. And I want you to understand that, of course, everyone, including yourself, has an entire field of feelings and emotions. And that's something that you have to accept. That's just where you have to start. Is that I want you to understand that you have these feelings and emotions, right? Because they're a part of your human nature. They're a part of you as a person. And that's what makes you you at the end of the day, is your feelings and your emotions. And you gotta let yourself feel those emotions and those feelings. That's something that has to take place, because you grow from these things. When you can feel them to the ultimate, and you can learn from them based off whatever it is that you feel or go through, then it builds your character, it builds your strength as a person. And that's something that you can utilize for yourself later on in life, in the future. And this is a good thing for you. So understand that you can build strength, and you can build a foundation off these feelings and emotions that you have. Just like anything else that you can apply to your life, you can use it as a foundation, and that you can build yourself off these things. But those feelings and emotions are something that you will always have. That's something that is a part of you, whether you like it or not. And it's always going to be there. So you got to let yourself experience every single one of them and truly understand them. But understand where they're coming from and their origin. Understand why you're feeling these things and why they're happening, why they're coming up, when they're coming up. Notice them. But don't let them have total control over you, where you don't know how to act, or they take over your life, and now you can't properly delegate or navigate life because your feelings and emotions have taken over you. You don't have control over them. Understand that you have these things, but that you can have control over them. This is something that you can actually moderate and tolerate. And so because you have these feelings and you have these emotions, that these feelings and emotions can come up any way possible. A lot of the times they come up is through our interactions with things that we go through on a daily basis, right? Whatever it is that you're interacting with in that present moment is gonna conjure up some type of feeling or emotion, and it's gonna happen. And understand that you have to go through them to understand them, and go through them to be better at the end of it, and go through them so you can build, and go through them so you can be better. A lot of the times it's people, right, and their actions. And people will do, say things that you might not agree with, or do or say things that you will agree with. And it's all your reaction. It's how you react off of them. But when they start to manipulate, right, when these people start to manipulate you through their actions because you react in a certain way, right, then that's where you lose total control. And that's where you give them all the power. Because when you no longer have control over your feelings and emotions, because other people make you conjure them up, other people through their actions make you react, right? And they make you conjure up feelings and emotions that you might not want to come up. That's when you lose the power. That's when you lose control over yourself. And now people have the ability, you now give people, and I mean absolutely anyone, the ability to control you mentally, because you don't have a strong grip on your feelings and your emotions. You don't have a firm grip on your feelings and emotions. You can't establish yourself. You can't establish these feelings and emotions as your own. Instead, you establish them as your feelings and emotions that only conjure up when you let other people do it for you. They only come up when you let other people manipulate you and manipulate your feelings and emotions. That's where you lose control. And it's better for you to gain control than to lose it. It's better for you to have a strong grip, a strong, firm grip on those feelings and their emotions, and not give them to the people that are making them come up. That understand that people will do things. You cannot control whatever is outside of your control. You can't control whatever is outside of you. You can only control what is within you. So whatever is outside is going to happen regardless. That is just the nature of human experience. Things are going to happen that you don't want to happen. People are going to do things, are going to say things that you may not like. But when they do say these things, you have to take a step back. Take a step back and not attach yourself to what these people say or do. But you can understand exactly what they say or do. You can accept what they say or do. Not accept it as a truth or a false, but just purely accept what they say or do. Notice what they say or do. Embrace what they say or do. And not let it conjure up a reaction within you, but just let it sit there. Think about it for a moment. Understand it fully to its full capacity. Understand everything that's going on. Take in all the sensory information that you can from the situation, the present moment. The best way for you to do this is to actually be conscious enough to understand what's going on. You have to be conscious of what is going on. You have to just relax in the situation. Let all the tension go within yourself, within your body physically, so that it can happen mentally. Let all that tension go so you can be present in the moment, so that your consciousness can be in the seat of where it needs to be for you to truly understand what is going on in that present moment, so you can fully understand it all and have this dialogue with yourself where you can tell yourself, okay, this is happening, and that you can be okay with it happening, and that when it is happening, you don't have to react. Okay, you can choose to not react. And when you do react, if you want to react, it's based off you, not them, not the outside, but your inside world and how you actually feel. You can have an opinion on things. That is your right. You were born with that, to have an opinion on things. But not necessarily that you have to share that opinion or that you have to vocalize that opinion. That you don't have to do anything at all. And you can just be there, right? There's a difference between being and then just being stagnant and being idle. It's a good thing for you to just be a person that can just be there, right? Just being is a good thing. And that doesn't mean that you're being idle or that you're being stagnant. But being means that you're within that present moment, but that there is other things going on. There's other actions taking place within you for you to truly captivate the entire experience, for you to truly captivate the whole present moment of that experience. And that's how it should be for you to actually be within that moment and not just be stuck, but understand everything. Let everything run within you, and then you choose if you want to react or not. It's not that you react based off somebody else's actions. No, you react because you choose to, and that you actually don't have to react if that's what you choose to. Understand that you have that option to do so. And the fact that you either choose to or not choose to, that is yours to keep. And understand that you don't have to do anything at all. You can just be a person that is being, that you're just being present. Understand that. You're not doing nothing. You are doing something. And what you're doing is being present within that moment and just captivating everything. And then you let yourself react, because that's truly the action that you want to take based off your feelings and your emotions at that time, not because anyone else is manipulating you to do so. Don't let other people manipulate you. Once you do that, you give them all the power, and you don't have any of it. As much as you think you have the control over yourself, once you react off somebody else's actions, that's exactly where you lose all the power. Take that power back for yourself. Gain back that control for yourself, so that you can truly be in the present moment and be conscious within that moment. And so that you can establish your emotions and your feelings as you should, as your own and not anyone else's. Everything I just said is simple, not easy. Love y'all, man. Peace, yo.